want to show you, in my opinion, the easiest and probably the cheapest way to tap a maple tree to make maple syrup. So all I have is a $4 bucket, a $2 lid, and I have probably about 30 cents worth of tubing and a 27-cent spile. And then I also just have a normal wood tip drill. You can get a maple specific drill. The wood drill is fine. It does make a difference, but if you know how to use a drill, it's fine. So for my bucket, all I'm gonna do is just drill a hole in the cover on the side. And then I can stick my tubing right in there. It's a nice snug fit. I like these buckets because all the bugs will stay out, and it has a handle so I can bring it back to my collection barrel. So the next step is just drilling into the tree. When you're drilling into the tree, really the only thing you want to make sure of is how deep you're going and how straight you're going. So I have my drill bit taped off at 1 3/4 inches. You want to be like 1.5 inches to 2 inches, not more than 2 inches. So I'm just gonna go in and out. Sometimes with a normal wood bit, I go in once and get the chippings off, and then twice to clean it out. And I don't have any problems with leaking taps. So if you have like a maple bit, you'll go in and it'll spit all the shavings out just once. But I really have not had problems with going twice. So I usually just do that just to make sure all of the wood chippings are out. So it doesn't really matter where you're tapping your hole. I like to put it on the sunny side just because that warms up quicker and sap starts flowing better in the morning. So this is the south side of the tree. I'm just gonna go in and out. And that's it. I usually try and avoid blowing out the wood chips with my mouth just because you can get bacteria or anything in there, and you just want to keep that clean, so I just make sure there's nothing sticking out like right here where I'm going to put my spile in. When I'm putting the spile in, I have this little baby 12-ounce hammer with a plastic tip. It also has a rubber tip, but I like the plastic better. When you're tapping this in, it's going to go in, and then you're going to hear it kind of thunk, and that's when you know you're done. So you just stop right there. If you go too deep, it can split this hole and cause a crack, and as you can see, this already pouring out sap, which is nice. So I'm gonna tap this until it gives me like that feedback where it bounces right off, which is why I like a small hammer. And if you're not comfortable with your aim, you can use like a rubber mallet with a bigger head. But I like this small hammer. So I'm just gonna go until it sounds different. Make sure it's nice and straight. And right there, there's a nice deep thunk, so that's nice and seated all the way in the tree. And it's already got a nice sap drip. So now my spile is in, nice and tight, nice good seal. So now I'm just gonna situate my bucket. I usually like to put these on the north side of the tree where it's shady, just so the sap stays cold. I have a little bit of slack in my line, which is good. You don't want it tugging on your spile. That'll cause a leak. And that's it. It's pretty easy. It takes a couple minutes. If you have any maple trees, I definitely recommend trying it. It's really easy. So good luck.